Hey guys, Tech Mentor with the video for you guys. In today's video, we're going to talk about the iPhone 14 Pro Max going into 2024 and if this iPhone is still worth getting or things to consider if you're considering the 14 Pro Max compared to the new 15 Pro Max. So the iPhone 14 Pro Max, just a quick background, was released back in September of 2022. Now it's been a year and a half since this phone has been released. Now it doesn't seem like it's been that long because it hasn't, and Apple releases a new phone every year, so not a lot has changed from the 14 Pro Max to the 15 Pro Max. Now it does have a nice 6.7-inch display. Now on the top here, you'll see here it is an OLED display here, but on the back here you will see that notice there's this triple camera. There is a 48 megapixel main camera, and of course on the front there is a 12 megapixel camera as well. So the phone here, again, nicely sized. Now the color you're seeing right now here is the purple color, the deep purple. It does also come in a black, your silver, and gold as well. So the purple was the special color that it did come in. Now in terms of the actual design here, this build body is stainless steel body design compared to the new 15 Pro Max, which are now titanium. Again, those bezels are really shiny. It does have eSIM on the US model. There is no physical SIM card with this model. And other things to note about this one is internally it has the A16 Bionic chip with 6 gigs of RAM, which makes this phone pretty powerful for its time, even now going into 2024. So when it comes to computing, playing your heavy duty games, whether you're doing multitasking, the iPhone 14 Pro Max will get that job done for you. Now, other thing you might want to talk about is the battery life on this one. So it does have a really big battery compared to some of the other model because the Pro Maxes are meant to have bigger body phone, which means it holds a bigger battery. The battery size is a 4323 mAh battery size, which roughly equates to about 29 hours of video playback. You can consider this almost an all-day battery for if you charge it from 0 to 100%, and from the morning you should be able to go out throughout the day if you're a medium to even a little bit heavier user. Now of course if you're a heavy user, meaning you're constantly on your phone, probably won't last the whole day, but that's kind of where you're looking at. Now other features of the iPhone 14 Pro Max that you might not have considered or noticed, it does have Pro Motion with 120 hertz refresh rate, so you'll feel it being a lot more crisp and buttery when it comes to transition between the screens and much more. Now it does have 5G as well enabled for it, so a lot of things going for it. Pretty much top of the line iPhone that you can get. Now the next thing you really want to talk about is kind of the software. Now the iPhone 14 Pro Max came out with iOS 16. It updates to iOS 17, runs well on iOS 17. All of the apps that you use from your day-to-day, from your entertainment app to your social media app, everything will work without any issues. Your shopping app, your music streaming app, your video streaming app, your Netflix, your whatever show that platform that you use, you'll see that you won't have any issues with any of those kind of things. And because it's a nice 6.7-inch display, you don't ultimately even need an iPad mini or something like that because of how huge it is. My hands are small to a medium size, and to me the phone feels pretty big. And when you're watching anything on YouTube, maybe this video right now, you'll notice it's a nice real estate that you get in that display, and the display is definitely crisp. And even when it comes to, just like I mentioned, using most of your popular apps from Facebook to TikTok to Twitter, and all of that will work without any issues. When I open them up, it will just launch immediately. Of course, it does the basic stuff like calling and messaging, which of course if you're looking for this kind of phone, that's the bare minimum that it can do. Even when it comes to browsing, it's pretty quick and fast is the way to kind of describe it. Now, because it has only been a year and a half, it just really got the first major iOS upgrade. Expect this phone to get another at least 3 to 4 years minimum life out of it and software update. And now the good thing about the 14 Pro Max compared to the 15 Pro Max is Apple doesn't sell it, but if you were to get it on Amazon per se, which we'll leave a link for the phones, you can get it at a discounted price off around $200-300 off compared to the original price, which came at $1099. You can pretty much get this phone around $700-800 right now at the moment. Of course, the price will go down a little bit further as the year passes on. So is the iPhone 14 Pro Max a good choice or worth it in 2024? Absolutely, it is still worth it. And if you still have the phone and think about upgrading, honestly, you aren't getting too much in the upgrade itself. I would say stick with the 14 Pro Max maybe until the 16 comes out, because you'll still get a lot of tons of life of it. And if you're upgrading from another phone and trying to choose between, again, a newer phone, the 14 Pro Max is definitely a go-to phone, one of the top one rated right now. So that's our kind of opinion of the 14 Pro Max. We want to hear from you guys if you're using this phone, considering upgrading it, or had experience with this on the latest iOS 17 version. Leave a comment in the comments section. We want to hear from you guys, what you have to say. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If so, please consider the like and subscribe button for more of these reviews that we're going to do for other iPhone and other iOS devices. See you guys next time.